5 secret tricks to lower HbA1c tonight. And when you're that exhausted, the promise of a quick, simple overnight trick is incredibly tempting. You've seen the titles like this, haven't you? You see them, and a little part of you, the part that's so tired and frustrated and just wants this number to go down, wants to believe them. The constant hum of worry about your blood sugar, the finger pricks, the confusing advice from every corner of the internet, the dread when you go in for that lab draw every few months, it's exhausting. I have to be clear. It is biologically impossible to meaningfully change your HbA1c overnight. That's not an opinion. It's a biological fact. And anyone who tells you otherwise is either dangerously misinformed or they are trying to sell you something. But here's the good news. The real journey to a lower number, a permanent, sustainable, life-changing lower number, can and absolutely should start tonight. The secret isn't a magic trick. The secret is knowing the right first step. And that's exactly what I'm going to give you, backed by solid science. First, let's put this overnight fix myth to bed for good, so you're never tempted by that clickbait again. To understand why it's a lie, you need to know what HbA1c actually is. So what are these powerful actions? It's simple, it's free, it needs no equipment, and you can do it tonight, no matter how tired you are. Number 1, eat dinner early and limit carbs. Try to finish your evening meal 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, ideally before 7 o'clock p.m. Build your meal around lean protein and healthy fats, while keeping carbohydrates low. This prevents a large sugar spike right before you sleep. Imagine your red blood cells are little delivery trucks moving through your body. Hemoglobin is the part of the truck that carries oxygen. As these trucks cruise through your bloodstream, they get exposed to everything else in there, including sugar or glucose. When your blood sugar is high, some of that extra sugar gets stuck to the outside of these delivery trucks, like sticky caramel. The HbA1c test simply measures the percentage of your hemoglobin trucks that have gotten sugar-coated. Now here's the key. Your red blood cells have a lifespan of about 3 months. So your HbA1c isn't a snapshot of your blood sugar right now. It's a historical average of how much sugar has been in your blood over the last 2 to 3 months. It tells a story of the past, and it's most heavily weighted toward the last several weeks. Doing something for one night is like washing the last truck that left the factory. You still have a whole fleet of sugar-coated trucks out on the road. It takes time to replace them. So, can you do something tonight to lower your A1C tomorrow morning? But no, it's just not how the test works. And honestly, you wouldn't want to. A very rapid forced drop in HbA1c, usually caused by aggressive medical therapy, can sometimes be risky, particularly for your eyes, as it can temporarily worsen conditions like diabetic retinopathy. The goal is steady, controlled, sustainable improvement. The goal is to build new, healthy habits that create new, healthy, non-sugar-coated red blood cells day after day. And that process starts with a single decision. It starts tonight. Number 2, take a walk after dinner. Take a 10 to 15 minute walk after your evening meal. Light physical activity helps your muscles use up excess sugar in your bloodstream without dropping your levels dangerously low overnight. So, if we can't magically fix the 90-day average, what can we do? We can stop more damage from happening. Tonight, we can take an action that directly lowers your blood sugar right after your last meal of the day. Think of it like this. Your HbA1c is your final grade for the semester. You can't change your grade on the last day of class, but you can absolutely ace tonight's homework. And if you start acing every single assignment from now on, what do you think will happen to your final grade? It's guaranteed to improve. The real secret isn't a trick to erase the past. The real secret is to start a new pattern tonight that rewires how your body handles energy. It's about winning the battle of the post-meal glucose spike. While high baseline sugar is also a problem, these spikes are a major battlefield for lowering your long-term A1C. Control the spikes, and you start taking back control. Number 3, avoid late night snacking and try to stop eating after dinner. Late night snacking gives your body extra calories that it has to work to process while you sleep. If you are very hungry, choose a low-carb, high-fiber snack like raw vegetables with a little hummus or a handful of plain nuts. When you eat, especially a meal with carbs, that food breaks down into glucose and enters your bloodstream. This is your post-meal blood sugar spike. Normally, your pancreas releases insulin, which acts like a key to unlock your cells and let the glucose in for energy. But with insulin resistance, the root of high blood sugar and type 2 diabetes, those cell doors have rusty locks. The insulin key doesn't work as well. Glucose can't get in easily, so it stays trapped in the blood, causing a higher, longer spike. And this is where the walk comes in. It's like a metabolic master key. When you contract your muscles, even in a gentle walk, they need energy. And they can do something amazing. Your muscles can call on special glucose transporters called GLUT4, which pull glucose directly out of your bloodstream without needing much insulin at all. Your muscles essentially open a back door and start sopping up all that excess sugar like a sponge. A 10-minute walk after a meal can cut your post-meal glucose spike significantly. In fact, research suggests that short walks after each meal can be more effective at improving glycemic control over 24 hours than one single 30-minute walk. Studies consistently show that moving shortly after you eat is a uniquely powerful way to blunt the peak of a glucose spike. By taking this walk tonight, you are actively reducing the sugar surge from your dinner. You are giving your overworked pancreas a break. You are telling your body that you are back in the driver's seat. The walk doesn't need to be a power walk. A gentle stroll around the block is perfect. Put on a podcast. Call a friend. Just move your body. If it's raining or you don't feel safe outside, walk around your living room. March in place while you watch TV. The goal is simply to activate the large muscles in your legs. Number 4, improve your sleep quality. Poor sleep acts as a stressor on the body and can decrease how well your body uses insulin. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality rest. Turn off screens at least an hour before bed and keep your room cool and dark to sleep better. Now, before you click away thinking that's too simple to work, let me explain the profound science of what happens in your body when you do this. This single act is your first win. It's proof that you are no longer a passive victim of your blood sugar. It's the first data point in a new downward trend. This walk is not a one-time fix. It's the first domino. It's the cornerstone habit you can use to rebuild your metabolic health. Once you've made the post-dinner walk a non-negotiable part of your evening, you can start stacking other small, powerful habits on top of it. This is how you create a system for success. Next, look at your plate. You don't have to eat perfectly, but you can start with the plate method. Picture your dinner plate. Fill half of it with non-starchy vegetables like broccoli, spinach, or a big salad. Fill 1/4 with a lean protein like chicken, fish, or beans. And fill the last quarter with a high-fiber carbohydrate like quinoa, sweet potato, or brown rice. This visual guide helps lower the glycemic load of your meal and increases fiber, which slows down sugar absorption. Then you focus on your sleep. This is the most underrated pillar of blood sugar control. Getting less than 6 or 7 hours of sleep can make you more insulin resistant the very next day, even in healthy people. Poor sleep raises the stress hormone cortisol, which tells your liver to dump more sugar into your bloodstream. If you're doing everything right with diet and exercise but only sleeping 5 hours a night, you're fighting an uphill battle. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. It is not a luxury, It is a clinical necessity for metabolic health. Finally, become aware of your stress. Chronic stress, just like poor sleep, keeps cortisol levels high. This can create a constant low-level release of glucose from your liver, making it incredibly difficult to get your numbers down. You can't eliminate stress, but you can build in practices to manage it. This could be a 5-minute breathing exercise, meditation, or even the walk you're already taking after dinner. See the pattern? Your post-dinner walk tonight isn't just a walk. It can help manage stress. It can help you sleep better. It starts a cascade of positive changes. Winning tonight is the secret to winning the war. It's about building momentum. It's about proving to yourself, one step at a time, that you have the power to change your health. Number 5, adjust. Medications with your doctor. If your blood sugar drops too low or is too high in the morning, your medication may need to be changed. Your doctor may suggest altering the timing of your evening medicine or adjusting your overnight insulin settings. That's it. That's the secret. Not a secret pill, not a weird food, not an expensive gadget. A simple, humble walk. To help you continue this journey beyond tonight's walk, I put together a simple first 7-day action plan. It gives you one small, achievable goal for each day of the week, building on the principles we've talked about. It's completely free. If you want a copy, just click the link in the description below to download it right now. Let's bring it all home. The secret trick to lowering your HbA1c tonight doesn't exist. But the secret to starting the journey to a lower HbA1c for good is very real. It's not about a magic pill. It's about understanding the science. Your HbA1c is a 2 to 3 month average, and you can't change history. But you can absolutely change what you do right now. It's about understanding your body. A simple walk after dinner uses your own muscles as powerful sponges to soak up excess blood sugar, preventing some of the very damage the A1C test measures. And most importantly, it's about shifting your mindset from one of passive worry to one of active control. Tonight's win, that simple 10-minute walk, is the most powerful first step you can take. It's the moment you stop hoping for a trick and start building a real strategy. You have the knowledge. You have the first step. The journey to a lower number and a healthier you begins the moment you stand up after dinner tonight. You can do this.